Have you ever wondered why some people become millionaires while others struggle to get by? The answer lies in what Mark Tilbury calls the performance gap, the space between where you are now and where you want to be. Most people's paths to success look chaotic, full of ups, downs, and detours. They never seem to reach their goals because they aren't obsessed with closing the gap. Meanwhile, those who do make it to millionaire status, even later in life, follow a clearer path. But what if you could speed up the process? That's exactly what Mark Tilbury did. Mark didn't have any special talents, degrees, or a financial safety net. After being bullied at his first job, he quit the 9-to-5 grind and made a promise to himself. He would become wealthy as fast as possible. And he did in his 20s. The secret? The money you make is directly proportional to the amount of perceived value you provide. In simple terms, the bigger the problems you solve, the more money you earn. To build wealth, Mark focused on finding his value zone, the intersection of what he loved doing, what he was good at, and what people would pay for. Most people only focus on one of these areas, which leads to problems. Doing what you love but not making enough money leads to financial struggle. Doing what you're good at but not enjoying it leads to burnout. Choosing a high-paying job you hate leads to misery. Mark found a way to combine all three. He was passionate about model helicopters, skilled at building them, and realized there was a market for selling them. This led him to starting multiple businesses and selling his own brand worldwide. Once he had his value zone, Mark focused on two wealth-building vehicles, an active income source and an investment strategy. His active income came from a business model that generated money quickly, a service-based business. Service businesses are low-cost, flexible, and scalable, making them a great way to build wealth fast. But making money wasn't enough. Mark also knew he had to invest it wisely. Many people treat investing like a get-rich-quick scheme, but in reality, it's about long-term wealth growth. One of the simplest ways he invested was using the S&P 500 index fund, which has historically provided consistent returns. If someone invests $5 a day for 25 years, their total investment would be $45,000, but their portfolio could be worth $1 million. That's the power of compounding. You've probably heard that you need 7 streams of income to become rich. That's a myth. Mark didn't try to juggle multiple side hustles. Instead, he focused all his time, energy, and money on one high-impact business. Once he reached financial stability, he diversified later. In the early days, Mark sacrificed social life, comfort, and leisure to build his first business. Was it hard? Yes. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Like everyone else, Mark faced challenges. He was dyslexic, labeled lazy by teachers, and had no qualifications. But instead of using these as excuses, he saw them as obstacles to overcome. Most people fail because they turn obstacles into excuses. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," Mark asked himself, "If I could, how would I do it?" He wrote down solutions and started testing them. You've heard of compound interest, where money grows exponentially over time. But the real game changer is compounding knowledge. Many people stop learning after school. That's a mistake. Every skill, experience, and piece of knowledge you gain stacks on top of each other, creating a foundation for success. Mark never stopped learning. Over time, he developed wisdom that set him apart. That's why millionaires and billionaires continue reading, studying, and learning. They understand that knowledge compounds just like money. At the end of the day, the difference between success and failure comes down to one thing: closing the performance gap. Wealth isn't built by luck or talent. It's built by identifying strengths, providing value, and staying focused. Mark Tilbury's journey proves that anyone can bridge the gap between where they are and where they want to be. The key is to find your value zone, choose the right vehicle, focus on one path, overcome obstacles instead of making excuses, and leverage the power of compound knowledge. If you're not willing to sacrifice for your dreams, then your dreams will become the sacrifice. The choice is yours. Will you keep waiting, or will you start closing the gap today? If you found this valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on money, success, and entrepreneurship. Let's close that performance gap together. See you in the next one.